How's it going, everybody? This is Drifty from Driftwood Gaming, and we're going to be taking a look at Killer Jin. This is a game by Killer Jin himself from RPG Maker Web. I'm going to put a link in the description below to his website where you can get a copy of this game for yourself to play, as well as where you can contact him to submit your bug reports and your feedback and everything. I haven't played this game yet, but I got asked to play it today. So we're going to give it a shot. Looks like we can use the controller, which is good to know. Alright, back to the game. Our heroes escape from the Redrick army and find themselves deep within the dark forest. Here I am, escaping the Redrick army with a bunch of people I do not even know, but what other choice do I have? This is as far as we're going to go. We have been running all day. We have to rest. We should be safe from the Redrick army for the time being. This should protect us from evil creatures. If they try to attack us and enter our circle of protection, they will suffer agonizing pain, which will alert us to their presence. Gather round. Listen closely, there's something I've been meaning to tell you all. Shinata, you're a Jin. And because you're a Jin, there are going to be a lot of people out there looking for you. Most people will try to hurt you and take advantage of your unique powers. What do you mean I'm a Jin? What is a Jin? Shin just learned something new about his sister Shinata. He will soon understand why everybody treated them so differently. Antonio is shocked to learn that Shinata is a Jin. Interesting. Antonio is a Jin. Maybe he can explain it to you. What? How? Don't look so surprised. What you did back there, only a Jin can do that. So the reason I'm reading the dialogue in this one and not in some of the past ones is because I received some requests to not neglect as much storyline as I have neglected in the past. So I'm going to try to find a happy medium. I know that some people like to just jump through to see the mechanics of the game, and some people like the storyline, so I'm going to try to do a bit of both. Well, I'm not really sure what I am. I know I'm a Jin. That's what people call me anyways. Jin are different because they're different in the worlds look upon us with fear, hate, and distrust. As a Jin, I summon power differently than a wizard or sorcerer. However, I don't know what the whole fuss is about. A mage can do things I could never do. I still don't know why Jin are so special. Do you know, Narok? Well, who goes there? Show yourself. Do not be afraid. My name is Giovanni, and I'm seeking assistance in eliminating all of my infected kin, the elves in the nearby village. Why should we help you? But you're an elf. Why would you want to kill them? They are infected and beyond help. I know that they would rather die than be infected. There aren't many. There are only 10 infected. The rest of the village fled. I have recently returned to my village and found them. With some tears. I've heard they cannot be killed. Do you know something that we don't know? Well, what I do know is that their bodies regenerate like trolls, but much faster. If a limb is severed from the body, the limb will grow back at an alarming rate. They're completely bloodthirsty and have never seem to stop attacking. They devour their victims. Well, that would make it hard to eliminate all the infected then, wouldn't it? There has to be a way to kill them. Perhaps the Jin may be able to slay the infected. I beg of you, please aid me. Sure. Shin is not happy. Oh, so I guess that choice made a difference in character relationships. We will aid you, Giovanni. That's good. That's good. I like that so far. Thank you. I will return when you have rested. I still don't see the point in helping these elves. It's a waste of time and energy. They're already doomed. We have bigger things to worry about. Well, we cannot even be sure how to escape these woods in one piece. Giovanni would prove a great ally. We also need provisions, and who knows what the elves have left behind in their haste. It also seems to be a great way to see what the Jin are capable of. All good reasons, count me in. Antonio, how did you end up in the clutches of the Redrick army? So much has been going on, I haven't had any time to even think about it. I can't honestly tell you how I even got here. I was captured by the Redrick army. That's enough for tonight. Everybody is extremely tired and we need to get our rest. We have a lot of work to do tomorrow, and we have to get out of these cursed woods. With that, the party grew silent. The day had been a total disaster. They're fleeing from the Redrick army, and they're lost. Perhaps if they go to sleep, they will wake up from this nightmare. All totally exhausted, sleep claims them. That's pretty interesting. Dark forest. Wake up, Shin is gone. By the gods, don't scare me like that. Shh, don't wake the others just yet. They're not fully rested and need to recover before they would be effective in combat. Nurok's circle of protection is still active and will keep them safe. Don't look at me like that. This is a circle of protection against evil. I guess I passed the test. You can trust me. By the way, you may call me Jovi. Bon Jovi? Sorry, it's just that... Never mind. Come, Shin headed towards the village. The entrance is just northeast of here. We've got a little on-screen map. That's cool. She's very tired. Let her rest. Let's find Shin. Okay. You should let him rest. Come, let's follow Shin. Let's take a look at our menu here. I will also be interjecting my thoughts on the game, as I'm sure you kind of want feedback. I would change the font. It's pretty easy to do. And please don't take my opinion as fact. Everything is opinion. So we get started with a lot of items, which is good, as long as it's not too many that we can... if you give your party too many starting things, I said this in some of my other videos, there's a thing called, analysis overload. So too much to learn at too quick of a pace can turn off your audience. But this seems to be manageable. We got some food, easy to understand, some consumables, some weapons for the party, some armor. Nothing that would overload the player, I think. This is fine. Dismiss a party member. Okay. We got a recipe book, which I'm sure that we're using a crafting system that requires these, so probably a Yanfly plugin. Taking a look at our skills. Quite a few skills here to start off with. A lot to read and learn right off the bat. Okay. Siphon energy. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but siphon energy has no cost and it's usable outside of combat. Okay, from siphon energy from storage. Storage has 0, your max is 200. Multiplier, I think Molt stands for multiplier. SP seems to be like our TP. We can smash, so that's an attack that can confuse. We have summon energy, which is going to give us some resistance, more attacks, speed, resistant, health regen, awesome. So this is our buff. Store energy is going to absorb current SP into the stored energy for later use. And then, okay, so we use this to put energy into our stored energy, and we use siphon energy to get energy back. Interesting, I like it. Energy blast releases. Okay, and then these other skills, they're on cooldown, so you use them when you can, and then there's a cooldown tab. Okay, I understand all that. These are passive skills. Probably used Yanfly's auto passive states for this plugin. This is allowing increased storage. Damage multiplier, that's good. Okay, we can resist death once, and then a resting will restore. Health resilience, restore 10% life. Okay, so when your resist death is active, it will activate a regeneration effect, apparently, from what I can briefly learn. We're using Yanfly's skill learning system. We've got like a Libra skill. We have to unlock it though. Alright, so apparently we need the book to unlock the skill as well as job points. Looks like we have some crafting systems, fishing and cooking, weapon crafting, armor crafting, item crafting, accessory crafting, ability to talk to goblins and animals, that's interesting, and elves, gem crafting, alchemy. Very, very cool. I like the premise so far. SP mode, so this is our attack mode. It looks like this is our Gen Warrior, so he's going to be doing, he's going to be getting SP from taking damage and attacking, so this might be the best to leave him as stoic. We do have some, okay, these are all the default ones. Wait, is Dancer default? Yeah, I think these are built in. Correct me if I'm wrong. What about for our Shadow Elf? Let's look at our skills. Into the shadows. Into the shadow. This is a evasion buff skill, and it has a long cooldown. Okay, this is our backstab damage dealing skill. Looks like we're using another Yanfly item skills cost items plugin, or another plugin that's similar. So not only does it require our SP, which is our TP, but also requires an item to do this skill, which causes a state, which awards a state that will cause your next attack to do extra damage. Steal item. Maybe the Yanfly Steel Snatch plugin yeah, definitely Steel Snatch plugin. Poach. This was probably from one of Yanfly's tips and tricks. Awesome. Being a shadow elf, I suppose Jovi already understands how to talk to elves and knows alchemy. Skill learning system, lock picking, similar crafting, but also capable to learn multiple elements, types of attacks. We can learn these things already, since it's only requiring JP, and we start with 2000 JP. Let's go ahead and snatch weapons. I like the ability to choose, so let's go ahead and select the snatch weapon. And maybe snatch armor as well. Yeah. And we'll keep an eye out if any enemies have something interesting. I like that we're automatically set to a different, it's a shadow elf, and he's gonna get SP whenever he evades an attack. This is a good one to have because of the skill into the shadows, which near impossible to hit. So you use this skill, which doesn't have any cost, it just has a cooldown. And then you're going to be generating a lot of SP while this skill is active for 3 to 4 rounds. So it makes sense to be under Dancer mode. Alright, let's look at our equips. Head, body, boots, necklace, couple rings and a trinket. Simple, awesome. Not too much. I have the problem of adding too many equipments. I like this here. So not only are you allowing 2 weapons, left and right hand, but also a bow, specifically the ability to have a bow. That's an interesting way to do it. But what I wonder is, by equipping this bow, whatever stats you put on this bow will affect the stats for these weapons here. So I'm assuming that the damage on this shadow elf is overpowered just by looking at it, because you're awarding 3 weapons. How you can go about this is using Yanfly's weapon replace, make the bow attack use a different parameter like agility or something. Since you're using ATB or CTB, agility might also be overpowered because you're going to award that character more turns. But you could also make a custom parameter by using one of the game variables and adjusting that through events, or when character levels up, they can add to the variable. There's a way to go about getting this to not be overpowered. But let's look at our attack, 221. Now let's compare that to Antonio's attack, 198. Because you've awarded a lot of attack power from the greatsword here. to balance it out. So I see you've already gone through countermeasures to balance out how this is going to be how powerful this is going to be, but keep in mind there are other methods you can go about with having this 3 weapons. But let's see how it plays out. This is just from observation. Obviously I haven't gotten into battles yet. Got a quest log. Awesome. This appears to, just from looking at it, it looks like you're using the Gamius quest system. And you definitely have delved into using it well. A lot to look at from the beginning, but that gives your player something to do, I suppose. Yanfly status menu core here. It's kind of cool that I can identify how you're making everything just by looking at the game, taking an objective view at it. And thank you for adding the icons for all of the states and the states will be there by default. You can add, you see how we have the icons for the states? You can add that on the elements as well, and all you have to do is put a backslash, an I, and then in brackets you're going to put the number of the icon you want to use. So you can have like the glove right here for physical, and then a flame right here for fire. So when they look at the elements and the rates inside the status core, you'll be able to have it more of a graphical menu. It's a small thing, it's nothing to worry about, but just a idea to increase it. It seems like every game I get sent neglects to do this, so you can distinguish yourself by actually adding that little extra polish by putting all you do is go into the engine, go to the database, go to the types, and then underneath the elements, before you have physical, this will be probably number 1, right where it says physical, you just put /I, and then in brackets the number you want for the icon to appear right there, and it'll appear right here to add that extra polish. Some more ideas for you. Okay, cool, let's move on. Options, we already looked at that. Let's do a little save. Okay, and let's continue on the storyline. I like the mini-map, that's really good. Some rough powder. I like how you showed the icon in the treasure chest instead of just saying rough powder all text. Thank you for that. Definitely adds, like I said, more polish. Mushrooms, cool. Interactive environment. I'm just waiting to see if there's random battles or if there's evented battles. You don't have a pickaxe, so we're gonna have to find a pickaxe to mine that. Some custom art right there. I see like you threw some little beads of ore or amber or something on the art, which automatically makes it look different. I mean, obviously there are default assets here, but that's okay. Lockpicking skills required. Okay. I did see the blue star thing before I switch maps. I'm imagining that going down will switch maps, but before I switch maps, I do want to take a look. If I hold shift, oh, we have auto run. Okay, let's turn that on. Beautiful. Okay, so this appears to be a cave. That's what that blue star is on the mini map. I think I'm going the wrong way. All right, so we are locked into a certain way because of dialogue purposing, which is typically fine. But I do want to exhaust all of my options, just out of curiosity and exploration. What do those mushrooms do? Oh, we're limited on certain items too, so that's cool. Yeah, as I expected. Okay. So let's check out that blue star. Apparently that means either dungeon, or maybe it's like saying this is your next point where you have to go. Elsewhere, deeper in the forest. We got a cutscene here, probably using a common event, or a parallel process, or an auto run event that turns on transparent or changes the way the characters look. This must be it. Wow, the elves sure have some massive trees. No steps, huh? I guess it's a great way to keep people out. And then he just jumps up there. Awesome little move event. Since they won't leave until these infected elves are dead, I might as well show them I can do this all by myself. Nurak and Shinata always needed so much rest. Mages and Jinn, pathetic weaklings. Besides, when have I ever needed any reason to kill? I hear something inside. Let's see if they can really die. Oh, what's this? A blue crystal. A save point. I should save the game before I head into the filthy elven dwelling. So we are allowed to save on the menu, but we're also reminded that you might want to save, which is good, because if you plan to give your player a challenge that could game over, you want to let them know that you might want to save your work. The elf is eating. A child? Wow, it got dark real fast. So this is a different character from the two that we were looking at. So we've got double strike, attack 2, random double attack, soft spot, try to find a critical hit. Let's go with a double here. We got a critical on the second. Yan flies After Effects menu. Dead Evelyn child, flesh chewed off. That's nasty. A bunch of useless books written in Elvish. Well, we get some items here. Really good job on the interactive environments. Yep, still dead. Alright. Some leather. Wood. I like how you're using the use of note tags in the text box to show colors, to show icons. Using Yanfly's gold window whenever you gain gold. It's not a bad idea. Hello, there you are. Shin, watch out behind you. Step aside, I got this. Whoa. Okay. Get up, please, they're coming. Oh crap, I overdid it, huh? How did it come to this? Well, first you went Kamehameha, blew up the planet, back to a time before all this happened, before the invasion, before our retreat into the forest, before fighting the infected. Back when life was simple. Shinata's tree. Upon the green expanse of softly rolling hills sat Shinata, sunbathing by her favorite tree. The wind slowly rustled her long hair as she sat peacefully on the grass with the sun shining warmly upon her beautiful caramel skin. The council has really been acting strange lately. Normally I would be training all day. It's nice to finally have a little break. What's that smell? Cheese? A gelatinous, sweaty blob of flesh made its way toward Shinata. Up the hill came Gordo. He is the son of one of the village's councilmen. His fat belly shook with every step he took, and he could not help but display his shameless, adoring smile. What do you want? Shinata sighed as she tried to breathe through her mouth in fear of catching a whiff of the fat kid upwind. I just wanted to see how you're doing. Wow, you look good as a cinnamon bun. Gordo has a weird mixture of hunger and love in his eyes. Do you want me to throw up? Honey bun, I actually came here because I think you would be really interested in what the councilmen are saying. What do you mean? Shinata fought the urge to punch Gordo in the gut for referring to her as a sugary treat. Well, just come and listen in. I know of a spot where we can eavesdrop on what they're saying. Normally, she would never be caught dead in Gordo's massive shadow, but curiosity got the best of her. The council has been acting strangely lately. Okay, let's go. Gordo's ecstatic. And wipe the drool off your lips. Yay, come and find me behind the council hall. Gordo jumped in the air. It was a pitiful jump. It was a pitiful jump. But even an inch in the air, but by the gods, it was the highest he could manage. He quickly spun around and started wobbling back in the direction of the village with extra pep in his step. Shinata couldn't help but smile as she watched Gordo waddle back in the direction of the village, chest puffed up into the air. Why am I being so mean to Gordo? Shin is rubbing off on me. I'll try to be nicer from now on. Now we have control. Alright. Introduced to a lot of characters real quick, but it seems like our inventory is shared. Oh no, it's not. It's a different inventory. Okay. Some of the same skills, naturally, but some different ones as well. Oh, barrier points. So this is using Yanfly's absorption barrier plugin, probably. Temporary gen powers for the entire team. Charge state. I like these group buff effects. Takes 50 SP. I don't know if SP will be persistent, so it might be... Well, I want the absorption barrier. It's a substitute to healing. Well, let's do a quick save in case we wipe. I don't have to fast forward text. Okay. The good old training yard. I should go check on Mom inside the house. I want to go back. I'm just going to explore over here. Does this teleport to the same map? What about here? I'm okay with that. It would be cool if you can do a parallel process that checks if the character is at a certain point on the screen using map X and map Y, and if the character is past, say, this point, then you can maybe do a toggle, automatically toggling the auto map be moved to the other corner, or the bottom right, or the bottom left, or something, or even change the opacity, and then when the character is not in there, like the else handler, you can have it where it toggles it back. I mean, that's just an idea. Buck. I bet if we had a shovel, we could probably dig that little mound. Can you dig it? Well, not without a shovel. Buck. Lock picking, alright. I think you're looking for Walter Williams over there, he points to the fellow soldier. Those damn goblins, they stole my werewolf bane claw. You think you can grab it back for me? I know they have a hidden village somewhere in the damn forest southeast of here. You know, the tiny forest at the southwest tip of the infected forest. The icon's also on your map. Remember, I'll give you a reward for your troubles. Maybe Grandpa has a clue on the entrance of the village somewhere in one of his books. Maybe it takes a high perception to locate the entrance of the village. Aha! So there's a variable you're using to determine if certain things are triggered as accessible or not. You have to have a certain perception. I like how that is presented because it lets the player know about it. I do not feel comfortable using this crafting station. I am just going to use the crafting station at the village store. At least they have a forge to smelt ore into bars for crafting. Just water for the forge. All low quality soldier weapons. I found an iron sword. I'm just gonna take it from these soldiers. I think you're looking for Walter. Okay, alright, they're saying the same thing. We got a repair hammer. We received nothing. That makes me think that you're running a check, like a random number. That could just be purposely nothing there, but I wonder if another person would find nothing in the first one and then an item in the second one, or 2 items, or nothing and nothing. I have a similar system in the Legend of Driftwood, where it runs a common event that runs a variable to a random number, and then it picks one. If the number is high enough, it's an item. If it's not, it'll say nothing was found. My grandpa is obsessed with the Infinity Dungeon. I bet that it doesn't even exist. Another digging spot. Welcome to the crafting station. What do you want to craft? Let's craft a weapon. What level do you wish to craft? Probably novice, right? We're just starting. Sorry, exiting. Party lacks skills necessary to craft weapons at that level. Okay, armors. Novice, same thing. Items. I am a fan of this menu-based crafting system. Not everything needs a giant UI and its own scene to be useful. Do you wish to smelt ore? Cost 1 wood or 1 greater wood. Yeah, let's see what happens. Party threw wood into the fire. Looking for ore to smelt? 3 ores, 1 bar. There's no ore to smelt. Do we lose that? I want to test something. We got 5 wood. All right, we're gonna attempt to craft ore. We don't have ore, but we're gonna throw the wood in the fire. So did we lose that, or is it rewarded back? Nope, we lost that. So you might want to rearrange how that's done, or maybe you want that to be like, if the player's not paying attention, they can screw themselves. Personally, I would check running a conditional at the beginning of the event to see if the player has 3 ore. If they do, all you have to do is say set a variable to the value of number of items in the inventory, and then if you do a conditional saying if that number is greater than whatever number you want, in this case 3, then continue on, else show the other thing. So in this instance, I would put that at the top and encase the entire event inside that conditional that would start off by saying you don't have any ore to smelt on the else handler, or if they do have ore, then run the event that lets them throw the wood in the fire. This is going to be safeguarding your players from just burning all their wood for no apparent reason. Like I said, this is just opinions and ideas. You make the game however you want it to be. Welcome to the alchemy. What would you like to craft? I don't know if we have any skills in this one character. Food. Infinity token. Do you dare examine the token more closely? Definitely want to check that out. A little pricey though. I kind of want to pick up a shovel because I found so many mounds. I want to dig up a mound, but also even if we have a lockpick, right? I think we're gonna need the skill. I'm not sure, but I think that's how it's gonna work. So before I throw any money at it, especially if I only have 100 ammos for appropriate things, crafting materials. Let's save our small amount of money for right now. Come back later when we have some dough to blow. Armor. Same story. Right, we'll have to come back later. Feel free to browse my wares. I like your approach on a shop here. Really nice, nicely done. Nothing out there but the patio. Why not transfer the player to the patio? I mean, you could always use, if this is blocked off, there's a way around it. Get Yanfly's region restriction events, and then like pick any number on the parameters. I use 77, and then just go to the draw layer and paint this one and this one as 77, so the player can walk on this. Even if it's an X on the tile set, you'll be able to walk over it, and then it'll put the player out here, and then let the player come back in. I mean, little things. Got some dispel herbs, some wild roots. Got a book for lockpicking. We'll also need the skill, the job points to do that. We updated our quest log. The Infinity Dungeon, something level 29. The secret behind the evil skull statue is that you must blop 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 the rest of it. I want to read that again. The deepest recorded trek into the Infinity Dungeon was 29 levels. Okay. We got a pickaxe. Dear children, stay off my lawn. Okay. Dear Grandpa, I've discovered the location of the Goblin Village in the Goblin Forest. I enclosed a map with the exact position. You know the location. An icon has appeared on the mini-map in the Goblin Forest. Awesome. It's located behind a false wall, so you'll need a bomb. I would have enclosed a bomb along with this letter, but alas, I'm not a terrorist. Do your own dirty work. Love, Ren. Okay. How deep can you make it into the Infinity Dungeon? The deeper you go, the better the rewards. Impress me and I will reward you. Quest log updated. Side quests. List reads eggs, milks, grandma. Yes, do you see that woman? I mean, sometimes she wears that. Blah, blah, blah. You're welcome. Believe me, you do not want to hear the rest of that. Grandma. Oh, shoot. Is this going to do damage? The fire is hot. Infinity tokens are the only way in and out of the Infinity Dungeon. Nothing interesting on this map. The Infinity Dungeon is an endless void full of danger and unique treasures. I wonder if it's procedurally generated or if it's like how I'm doing dungeons where you have like 100 maps and then it randomly picks one. A legend states that the Infinity Token teleports you to the fabled Infinity Dungeon, but no one has figured out how to make them work. You found a shovel, okay. There are spikes and boulder traps in the Infinity Dungeon. Spike traps come into two main varieties, timed and pressure plates. Boulder traps are all pressure sensitive. Both traps have a chance of breaking once they cause damage. Expert lock. It doesn't seem like anyone in the party has the skills necessary to pick this lock. Also, I'm thinking maybe the first one I saw was green, was expert as well, so thinking that they're color coded so you can look at them and know that's an expert lock. If so, kudos to you for doing that. 3 Infinity tokens were found. Party received 42 gold. Do you mind? Please no cooking at my house. Why not, man? I just want to make you some breakfast, dude. Let's see if we can examine that Infinity token. Is that a key item? The coin feels heavy in your hands. Dare to look closer? Yes. It reads, back to the beginning. You peer into the faint light emitted by the Infinity token. Nothing happens. Did it consume it? If it did, I'm gonna reload because they're like 2,500. No, it didn't. Awesome. So you'd probably have to have some sort of thing unlocked in order for it to work and consume the item, which I'm okay with. Oh, we are just gonna, how many, maybe there's a maximum number of grapes we can have. Grapes, limit 20, we've got 12, so let's go ahead and pick 15, 18, we'll leave the rest. Carrots, what's our limit on carrots? 20, so we got 9. Let's go ahead and grab 18. I'm assuming that it's the same for the lettuce. Yeah. Work is never done around here. 3 rice, 3 rice. Some apples. Apple. Did we? Yeah, we got a shovel. Found a black market coin. Looks like a buckler to me. You could get Yanfly's icon set and attach it to your icon set, and then you have, I think, like 18 new colored coins you could use. But maybe that's exactly the way you want it to look. In that case, perfect. Received a wild root. Some wood. Don't look at me, I don't know where that chicken came from. It must be one of those hussies that you hear about. What? She's old. Just let her say whatever she wants. It doesn't seem like anyone in the party has the skills necessary to pick the lock. Okay. Alright. Of course you can cook my little chickadees. Do you want to cook? Cost 1 wood. Now, are we gonna just burn a wood because we don't have the skill? Throw the wood in the fire? Oh my. Appears you're gonna have to find a cooking pan. But, guess what? We wasted another wood. Or did we? Probably. You definitely want to put a checks and balances on that. All you have to do is, in case I already talked about it, just put it's the same as the ore smelting thing. Just put it all inside of a conditional that checks if a variable is above the number or an item is available. Gordo, my little poopykins, is not here at the moment. He said something about council hall. We received the cooking pan. Now you can cook. In order to make meals, you must learn the cooking novice skill. Some carrots. I think we're capped on carrots. We don't have the skill, so I don't want to waste the wood. Is that cheese? Must be Gordo's plate. I'm surprised he's not here eating the food already. A pie. I like pie. I don't know how to play the piano. Too bad. Perhaps I should learn that skill. You absolutely should. Totally should. Some wheat. Some grapes. Some apples. Some more rice. Oops. Aluminum armor. I shouldn't take it. Why not? Taking everything else in the house. It appears that the green ones are all expert. Got some aluminum knives. Nothing left to grab. Got a shovel. Some rough powder. Some gold. Some more gold. Some fish. Some raw fish. We have to cook it. Dum 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 dum. Up. Persuasion. Talk to animals. Armor repair hammer. Expert. Yeah. Cool. Basically can stop checking those green chests. Ah. Town map. I am here. Food here. Shinata's. Love. House. Okay. Alright. Got some lockpicks. He would get a plant too. Is that food crumbs? Why is there a chicken up here? Wow, there's a ton of stuff to do in this game. Let's go back to those mounds. I think I saw one over here. Now that we got shovels. Apparently all of the mounds give the black market coins and then also some random loot. Hello, Shinata. How is training coming along? Another locked. Some of the red ones are locked, some of them are not. The green ones are all expert locked. Perception. I like how when you go to the books, you find like skill manuals. It's I don't know, it's logical. We got another cooking pan. I wonder if the cooking pans are consumable or if you just need a certain 3 apples. Little girl, hello, how are you? My sheep are weird. It's like they're in their own world or something. Hee hee. Citrine shards. I'm just curious, see if one of them says something. Or what if I talk to him twice or 3 times? Alright, maybe not. Might have been an opportunity to make one of the sheep say something funny or stupid. But that's a creative decision. Maybe there's another way around the back. Ah, there you are. Come, take a closer look. This blatantly large hole in the wall. Shinata moved into a little closer, and took a peek inside. The councilmen are discussing their plans of attack and defense in the wake of the news that a small Redrick army brigade is drawing dangerously close to the village. Do you think they know we're here? Shh! Shinata cannot be our only weapon against the Redrick army. If they should discover our location, we must commence operations to relocate Shinata. We're going to have to use every weapon at our disposal. I believe that we have to start pushing Shinata. She is now old enough to handle more rigorous training. Are you sure? The last time this idea came up, Shinata was nearly killed. Reports suggest that Jinn started rapidly coming into their powers after they hit puberty. I must admit the last time we got a little ahead of ourselves, but now is the time, considering her age and the current circumstances. What about Shin? What about him? His duties remain the same. He is Shinata's personal bodyguard. We must ensure that Shinata is ready for battle. There is darkness within Shin, a dark side you can see deep in his eyes. There is no telling what he would do. I'm afraid he is a liability that we simply cannot afford to have around Shinata. How are you so sure? We have devoted very little time in training Shin. From what I have seen, there is greatness within him. He may be a little extreme, however, he takes his training and duties seriously. He's a valuable asset in her protection. Shinata strained to hear what they were saying. Gordo was distracting as he sweated, breathed, and stank profusely. Jin? Shin a waste of time? What did they say about Shin having a dark side? Something dark side? You're so useless. Go be fat somewhere else. Gordo leaned in. You smell so good. Oh god, Shinata smells amazing. Gordo is my favorite character. Fat ass. Shinata kicked Gordo in the sack. The kick ended with a clank. Armored jockstrap. There's an old saying in my house. I know it's in your house, probably in my house, that says, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me. I can't get fooled again." The second kick crushed his metal jockstrap and his family jewels. Gordo's eyes never popped out of his head. Shinata would say he fell into the ground, but Gordo, being too fat to fall, instead rolled over onto his side, struggling to catch his breath. What was that? It sounded like a sack of potatoes hitting the ground. Okay. I gotta hand it to you. I love the writing. I absolutely love this game. Aha! We found a discrepancy here. This one wasn't locked with a expert, and you've conditioned the player to think that all the green chests are expertly locked. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but there you go. Also, I see another chest that you might pick a third color chest for the chests that are supposed to be. Oh, I think I know why you colored them green though. Oh, see, that was locked expert. Because it makes them harder to see. So, I don't know, there's some design choices that I understand. Ten aluminum ore and an iron chain dagger. Shin can craft some weapons out of the aluminum ore, or perhaps we can make some armor. Cool, I'm gonna have to remember to give him the iron chain dagger to Shin when I see him. Hello, Shinata. Father is at the council meeting. Father? Father? Some more carrots? I think we're capped on carrots. No, I don't want to waste wood. Received 10 wheat, 5 beef, 5 chicken. I think we wasted all that wheat because we picked a bunch. On the go, recipes book was found. Now you can make a meal from anywhere. No cooking station necessary. Cool. Book 1, you can slot gems into weapons and armor under the items in the main menu. Select the weapon or armor you wish to upgrade, then select upgrade item. Then select the gem you wish to upgrade into with the item. Let me redo that. Then select the gem you wish to upgrade the item with, because I can read. Different gems have different effects. Gems can be combined into more powerful versions of themselves at crafting stations. The crafting stations are located in the village store and are free to use anytime. You must smelt ore into bars by using a forge to craft most items. You must learn skills under the skill. Okay. Skill learning system tips. Great, great. You can alter the skill, right, for the enhanced TP plugin. It's good to leave these little note tag tutorial things around, but not cram them down your player's throat. I like your choice of where you put them in that case. They're bookshelves. The world map, we are here. Some wild mushrooms. We got a lesser ruby and an applause. Enter the numbers for the combo lock. 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0. You received emerald shards. Perhaps I'll bathe later in this bucket of water. Boom, 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 boom. You found a novice pickaxe. More chickens. Got some iron ore. Let's smash this rock. Crystal shards. Hard stone. Aluminum ore. Lesser ruby and some applause. Iron ore. Hard stone. Aluminum ore. Aluminum ore. Lesser crystal. Aluminum ore. Some mushrooms. Here lies Sheldon. Love, Grandma. Wait, is this considered ore? No, it's just a rock. Like a rock. Can we move now? Let's see if we can. Where do you think you're going? You aren't going anywhere without me. Before we go, we might want to upgrade our weapons and armor. I do know how to craft weapons. Let's stop by the crafting table in the village shop. Browsing through their goods wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, they have skill books and recipe books for sale too. Shin joined the party. Let's go ahead and equip Shin with that new dagger we found. And have him. Oh wait, this isn't the crafting spot. This is the crafting spot, I believe. Let's craft a weapon. Novice, I would suppose. Lots of stuff to craft. I like the use of alloys as the tiers. You've got steel, iron, obsidian, palladium seems to be the top tier. So for the first section, aluminum, which to be honest is quite weak and malleable, which makes sense why it's at the bottom. I'm just looking at collected recipes. We know 186 out of 1,030 recipes. I don't even know what to say to that. That's incredible, man. It's evident you've put in a lot of work, and I just want to commend you on such an awesome project so far. Oh, it looks like these come back. So they're probably on a timer, or just do change map and then they'll be there again. So you should refresh your stock on those disposable items, crafting recipes. They don't restore a ton, but I'm sure you could use them in cooking to give you more of a benefit. All right, let's do a quick savey davy. And to think all of this, and we've only had like 1 or 2 battles. Now, normally I would complain about that. I would be like, oh, it's too slow. But this didn't feel slow at all. The execution of it, everything has been stellar. Absolutely love it. One of the best demos I've been asked to play thus far in the first hour. I can clearly see you're using action sequencing, which is overlooked by a lot of games. It adds so much to the battle system. And usually a lot of ATBs, a lot of demos I play that include ATBs feel really slow, but this doesn't feel slow at all. And I think ATB battle system isn't my favorite battle system. However, my favorite game of all time uses ATB battle system. And in case you're wondering, my favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy VI for the SNES. Not the mobile version, which I've actually done videos on my channel of that. But I really, it's not terrible, but it's not that great. The mobile rendition of the Final Fantasy series. It's just so much better on the actual console itself. It even runs better on emulators than it does the PC port, which is a shame. It's an absolute shame. Learn a new skill, cleanse. Got some JP. Really, really cool. Perhaps I'm going too far. I should head back. All right. All right, what's this little village? Get some more carrots. Aluminum knives were found. Some more wood. I'm just curious, if I leave and then I go back here. Okay, so it stays the same. It could be on a timer. It might be on a timer that's refreshed after a certain parallel process with variables. Oh, what's going down? So, we've got talking werewolves. Apparently they're... What are they? What's the word for it? Lycanthropes? Oh, what do we have here? Shinata? Do I know you? He smiles. I'll give you a chance to join us. The vampires have infected the forest with a dark magic that is threatening the very survival of the entire realm. My brethren plan to stop them by any means necessary. Do you wish to aid us? Oh, we have a plot point decision. Are we going to join the werewolves, or are we going to either join the vampires, or are we going to vanquish both the werewolves and both the vampires, both werewolves and vampires? That's a tough decision. You're going to have to think about it. And I am going to continue to play this game, but this is where I'm going to end this episode. Let me know in the comments below if we're going to join the werewolves or if we're going to kill the werewolves. Also, let me know if you think we should join the vampires if we're presented the opportunity, or if we're going to kill the vampires and kill both of them. Let me know in the comments below if you like this game. If you want to download this game and play it for yourself, I'm going to put a link in the description where you can get it. Put your comments, your feedbacks, and any questions you might have for the developer. I'm sure that he's going to watch this video, at least part of it, or probably all of it, just for creative ideas and possible feedback. He might even check the comments out, so if you want to leave the developer any questions or notes or suggestions for this project, do so below. Thank you guys so much for watching this first impressions of Killer Jin and by Killer Jin, and download the game, give it a shot, play it for yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next tutorial. You can always go to Driftwood Gaming. Did I say tutorial? This first impressions. Go to Driftwood Gaming. Join the forums. Get involved with the community. You know you want to make your projects better, right? Well, talk to people and network and you'll get farther, guaranteed. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.